What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about 5 signs that you're in a trauma bonded relationship and how to set yourself free. Number one, being a people pleaser and doing all that you can to make sure that you keep the person happy and satisfied, even if that means it takes away from what you want, what you genuinely want inside. Like it just excludes all chances of you being happy with the decision that you make in order to make them happy. Number two is disregarding your own feelings and needs and putting them first in hopes that they'll consider you sometimes without any strings attached. It's a lot of times, well, most of the time with narcissists, it's always a catch. If there's something that they're willing to do for you, like bending over backwards, you best believe it's going to be some price you have to pay for it. They're not just doing things from you out of the heart, out of the kindness of their heart. They always have secret agendas of seeking something from you. So the thing about it is, when you begin to disregard your own feelings and your own needs, you constantly put other people first and you just kind of forget about yourself. You forget that you even matter to yourself. That's just how much trauma that the narcissists have created inside of your mind. So they altered your thoughts to believe that you don't even matter. It's all about them. Number three is you keep having the same conversations. You keep having the same disagreements and arguments. But at the same time, you're being the peacemaker for the both of you. It's like you have an issue when you feel the need to speak on it, like you just need to get it off your chest and let them know your concerns and your inner thoughts, something that's constantly on your mind. The narcissist will make you think that, well, if this is going to be a problem, then maybe I'm not the one for you, which is a good escape plan. That's the light bulb that you need to see to guide you out of that toxic relationship. But a lot of times we ignore that, the sign and the red flags, and we continue to stay there because now they're convincing us, that, well, maybe I'm not the one for you, and they're not. But because you just want to have somebody, you're willing to settle. And when you settle, you shortchange yourself all the time because you deserve so much better. But because you're not thinking that way, you continue to stay in that trauma bonded relationship. And the same argument's going to happen. The same conversations that goes nowhere, just going in circles, never coming to a resolution. You can't even agree to disagree with them because if you don't flat out agree with them on all things, they're going to shut you out. They're going to make you feel it that they don't have nothing else to say to you. They're going to give you the silent treatment and they want you to know that this is your punishment for not agreeing with me. So, number four is you're always thinking about them, always thinking about them because you want to make sure that when they're in your presence, you can do everything you can to please them. On top of that, you think about them in a way to where the good is kind of outweighing the bad, or is the bad outweighing the good, and then you start to see that maybe the bad is outweighing the good, and I can do better. I deserve better. You tell yourself that because you know it, but you can't move your feet and get away from that. So you start to convince yourself, well, maybe it's worth sticking it out because you think now you can fix them. Now you think that you can write the story for y'all. And if I give them everything that they want, they'll give me everything that I deserve. It's not going to ever happen like that. They just want you to know that it's all about them. They come first. As long as you continue to please them, you get the reward of having a title of a relationship. You know, and again, it just all comes down to settling for less, for much less. And number five is being gullible and believing that they'll change and that maybe they'll start to love you and respect your wants and your needs and value you. And they may show you some signs of that when they just up and out the blue treat you to something, but that can just be, that can just be a Hoover tactic. It can be a love bombing tactic. Doesn't mean that they truly love you or respect you or they care about your needs. that only means that you're going to owe them in the long run. Narcissists never do anything with the intentions of just doing it for the person because they love them out of love or they want to make you happy. They do it because it got to be something for them in the end. You owe them now. They don't ever do anything, you know, genuinely. It's always a hidden agenda behind everything the narcissists do because that is what keeps them going, knowing that they're going to have that good supply, you know, there for whenever they need them. So if I do all of this for them right now, they owe me. But how you can escape and set yourself free from a trauma bonded relationship is to start to value you first and love yourself first. Put yourself first. Set rules for yourself and don't change the rules based off how it makes the narcissist feel because their feelings don't matter. At this point, it's all about you and your feelings. And once they see that you're putting yourself first now, you know, of course they're not going to like it because they're selfish people. They feel entitled to you. But the thing is, they're never going to respect it, but they're going to have to accept it. And I would just remove myself from a trauma bonded relationship, a narcissistic relationship, a toxic person, period, even if they're not a narcissist. Because y'all are never going to be eye to eye on anything. You're never going to have that good, strong, bonded, loving, kind, considerate relationship. They're going to be expecting that from you, but they're not willing to give it like 50-50. So that's when you should start considering setting yourself free from the toxic partner or friendship or anyone who you're dealing with and you see that y'all's relationship is becoming draining to the point where it just takes so much out of you and you're never really comfortable enough to just be yourself. It's like you're constantly being a people pleaser and making sure that you keep them happy while they disregard your feelings and just super inconsiderate of anything dealing with you and your wants and needs. So if you're dealing with somebody like that, maybe you should start to check yourself and say, well, I deserve better and I just don't want to be a part of this anymore. And they're not going to like it, but they're going to have to accept it. Again, they're not going to respect it, but they're going to have to accept it because it's all about, you know, loving yourself. You got to love yourself first before you love someone else. And love is a powerful force. It's a powerful thing within us. And it comes with rules. We have to set rules with love. We can't just be giving love away freely. So that's the end of this video. Thank y'all for watching.